Well, here we go, the Arsenal home team dressing room. Martin, I think this is a bit spangly compared with the old days at Highbury, isn't it?
Well, certainly at Highbury it was completely different. We really were operating out of a suitcase when you compare the facilities that are here on offer. Look at this horseshoe effect. This is something the manager wanted, that he could stand here and talk to the players. Of course, at Highbury it was a square dressing room.
And he made such a huge change mentally to the whole team, didn't he? The whole club.
Well, it was complete chalk and cheese from George Graham. We were basically at each other's throats as a group. You know, it was quite confrontational. And suddenly this nice guy came in, a little bit worried, you know, do nice guys win things?
Well, this is the Arsenal dugout. This is the boss's chair. No one sits there, right?
No, except for the boss.
He doesn't really seem like a teacup thrower, Arsene Wenger. But, you know, occasionally when we see him in the technical area, he does get quite animated. So what does he shout at you during a match?
He has this philosophy that when you're in possession of the ball, that nobody shouts, nobody speaks, none of the staff, none of the players on the bench, because he wants the players on the pitch to be able to pick out the pass for them. Under George Graham, it was completely different, and I do remember trying to take a throw in once with George Graham, and it was unbelievable because I had the ball in my hand and George was shouting to me, "Martin, go down the lane." So I went to throw it down the line, and then he said, "Inside." So I tried to throw it inside, and he said, "Go back." So I went to throw it back, and there was someone there. And in the end, I threw him the ball and said, "You take it then, boss."
We hear all those stories about these famous silent team talks. Did Wenger do that? Does he still do that?
Well, he did. I mean, that was the environment he wanted to create. If you can remember before that with George, it was pretty confrontational and very volatile at half-time. You couldn't breathe almost. There was so much information. Suddenly Arsene Wenger comes in and no one's speaking. We're looking around at each other saying, is he going to speak? You know, we sat there for 10 minutes. And then eventually, you know, 2 or 3 minutes before he went outside, he became animated. He picked out 2 or 3 key points he wanted us to work on and just told us to go out there, enjoy ourselves and play our football, and we would win. And invariably, we did win.
There's one other story. I think we need to stand up for this, though, Martin. I've heard it from numerous sources that you were a bit of a mover, and sometimes before the matches at Highbury, Michael Jackson would come on and you'd bust a groove. Is this true?
Well, that's probably the information you've got from the Dixon character.
Yes.
Yeah, it was true, just to be fair. But I think I put my red boots on and Michael Jackson used to be blasting out and suddenly I'd start to dance. And it wasn't an easy thing to accomplish, of course.
Marble floor.
Marble floor, 6 alley studs, my red boots. I remember Henri actually when he first came, and he said, "Martin, you must sit down, the boss won't be happy seeing you messing about." And the boss walked in and laughed, and that was how we were before the games. It was so relaxed, we had a great time.